All right. There we go. There we go. I'm back live again. First, I'm gonna do an audio check. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do audio. I'm gonna do a check. Sound check. I'm gonna do a sound check. Give me 1 second, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna do a sound check. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Let's begin. All right. All right, everybody. All right. So my name is Fitz. I'm an acupuncture physician. Sorry. My name is Fitz. My name is Fitz, and I'm an acupuncturist out of Miami, Florida. And I just went live a little while ago talking about weight loss, and now I'm going live again to explain some more about weight loss and some other benefits that acupuncture covers. Okay. If you have any questions, I'm gonna try my best to answer them real time. So if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. All right. So, what is acupuncture? I keep saying that, y'all. What is acupuncture? Acupuncture is a form of medicine that was invented by the Chinese thousands of years ago, and the theory is that our body is full of acupuncture points. Well, let me back up. Acupuncture, as acupuncturist, we believe that there's a natural flow of energy in the body called qi, QI, called qi, and the qi in the blood actually flows together. And we believe if there's any kind of disruption of the qi, that's when diseases happen. For example, picture a highway. Picture you on a highway, and picture the cars are qi, right? If there's no traffic, if there's no accident, traffic just flows by naturally. But if there's an accident, then traffic gets blocked off or stagnated. So that's how we see qi when it comes to Chinese acupuncture. Acupuncture is good for a lot of medical conditions, and I can't stress this enough. Right? Acupuncture works wonders for stress, anxiety, insomnia, tinnitus, infertility. The list goes on and on and on. Impotence. Yes, it can help men with erectile dysfunction. It can help women if they have any sexual dysfunction. Also, it helps. Acupuncture is also good for menstrual issues. It's good for weight loss program. It's good for weight loss and everything like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go over some of the points with y'all today. Okay, I'm gonna go over some of the acupuncture points with y'all today. All right, or more. I'm gonna go over some. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go over some conditions. All right. So give me a second, everybody. Please, when y'all come in, smash that like button for me. Smash that like button. What are you waiting for? Show some love. Show some love. This is a free seminar I'm doing for y'all. Alright? So, wait a second. Alright? Now, one of the conditions that acupuncture treats is stomach issues. If you're constipated, for instance, we believe if you don't go to the bathroom every day, then you're constipated. Meaning that, as far as number 2, if you have bowel movements once every few days, you're constipated. And acupuncture can help free up your feces. Okay? And when it comes to constipation, let me back up again. Acupuncture, so I mentioned before, our body is full of acupuncture points. right? Most of the points are named after organs. For instance, we have the liver channel, we have the gallbladder channel, we have the stomach channel, the spleen channel, and so on. And do we have some extraordinary event? We also have some channels that's not part of an organ system per se. So, if you go to an acupuncturist, or if you hear me say this person had stomach or liver chi stagnation or anything like that, when I mention an acupuncture point with the organ, I'm not saying that person has an issue with that organ. I'm just saying that there's an issue with that channel that comes off that organ. Okay? Now, when it comes to Western medicine is the medicine that everybody is probably used to. Western medicine is what you call your medical doctors. Eastern medicine is what I do. Alright? So if you hear the term Eastern medicine or Western medicine, just know that Eastern medicine in this case refers to acupuncture. Western medicine refers to actual medical doctors. So Western medicine and Eastern medicine sometimes works together to make the patient right. At the end of the day, our job is to make the patient healthy again. Right? I did a live earlier about weight loss. Right? A lot of people ask me, can acupuncture help with weight loss? And I always tell them that when it comes to weight loss, it's not one thing. It's actually a number of things that needs to be done. But I always recommend doing something called intermittent fasting when it comes to weight loss. To me, in my opinion, that's one of the best ways to lose weight. It really is. So if you're overweight, if you're obese, or this and that, don't worry. There's hope for y'all. So now, let's go over some of the points real quick. Alright? Let's go over some of the points. So the longest channel we have in our body is called a bladder channel. You know what? Hold on. Let me I'm gonna talk a little bit about menstrual issues for a minute, okay? So menstrual issues. Women, if you're suffering from menstrual issues, no period, painful period, scanty period, cramping, clots, PMS, don't worry, because there's hope for y'all. I've treated many women with menstrual issues with acupuncture, and let me tell you, they get better. Of course, everyone's different, but when it comes to acupuncture and menstrual issues, oh my goodness, you'd be surprised how effective that is. It really, really is. All right, and I tell people also, sometimes some women get discouraged because they go to, the doctor for like menstrual issues, and sometimes the doctor tries their best, but sometimes they just can't quite get the actual issue solved. So some doctors end up putting the patient on birth control pill or anything like that, and which can always throw off the body natural flow. That's why I tell people, try acupuncture. When it comes to menstrual issues, try acupuncture. You'd be surprised how well effective that is. Also, for all you guys out there who are impotent or having erectile dysfunction, believe it or not, there's hope for y'all also, okay? Now, there's certain conditions that can cause a man to have erectile dysfunction, alright? For instance, if you're on certain medication, if you have, uncontrolled diabetes, if you're, so that can cause men to have, erectile dysfunction, but most of the time, sometimes it could be in your head. But no worries, acupuncture can also help men with impotence or erectile dysfunction. Okay? So of course there's the blue pill out there. There's a medication that can get you up and ready pretty quickly, which is awesome. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all want to do things the natural way also. And acupuncture can definitely help with erectile dysfunction. So there's definitely hope for y'all, okay? Give me 1 second, everybody. So the correct definition of impotence is a man's inability to achieve erection or ejaculation or both, and includes low libido. Some causes could be pathogens, right? Emotions, stress, weak essence. I'm gonna get back to that a little later. Chronic illness can also cause erectile dysfunction. Medication, like I mentioned earlier, like antidepressants, steroids, and sedatives can cause sometimes erectile dysfunction, or just straight up drugs, heroin, or just tobacco products. Okay, so also if you have prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate, that can sometimes cause erectile dysfunction. I mentioned before, diabetes can cause it, stress can cause it, anxiety can cause it, multiple sclerosis, MS can cause that. Can cause erectile dysfunction sometimes. Hypothyroidism, not hyper, hypothyroidism can sometimes cause erectile dysfunction, depression, and more. Okay, so let me say now. Hold up a minute. Give me a second. Okay, so fellas out there, when it comes to acupuncture, we follow certain patterns, right? So we all have certain patterns. For example, some people can have more of a heat pattern or a cold pattern, or chills and fever or wind and this and that. Okay, so some of the not magic points. In acupuncture, two people can have the same complaint, but have different origins. Let me explain. I can have two patients come in with complaints of being impotent, and you would think that both patients is going to get the same treatment plan. Not necessarily, because just because two people have the same type of health concerns doesn't mean that they get the same treatment plan. Okay, so that's why acupuncture works so well. By the way, acupuncture falls under traditional Chinese medicine, just so y'all know. Okay, so when it comes to stress, when it comes to Western medicine and Eastern medicine, in Western medicine, stress is stress. In Eastern medicine, we call it liver qi stagnation. We call it liver qi stagnation. In Chinese medicine, the liver channel pairs up with the gallbladder channel. The liver channel is responsible for the free flow of qi. What does that mean? That means that in Chinese medicine theory, the liver channel makes sure the qi flows in all directions smoothly. If you're stressed, that can cause liver qi stagnation. You get it? The example I said earlier about the highway, the traffic, and the cars. Let's just say you're on the highway. Let's say all the cars are the qi. And let's say if there's no accident, the cars are flowing just fine. That's how qi is supposed to flow, smooth. If there's an accident, it backs up traffic. We call that stagnation or stasis, right? So when I say liver qi stagnation, that means that the liver channel, for whatever reason, due to stress, most of the time, is stagnating the qi, and that can cause certain health conditions. So when it comes to impotence, a patient might have liver qi stagnation, i.e., a lot of stress. Okay, and some of the signs are going to be, the inability to sustain or get an erection due to stress. Sometimes they might have rib pain. They might have gas. They might have irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Right? As acupuncturists, we do a full exam, of course, head to toe. We also check your tongue and the pulse. When we check the pulse, we're not checking that, we're not only checking for the rhythm. We check for the texture of the pulse. We check to see if it's rapid, if it's slow, if it's deep, is it thin, is it slippery, is it wiry. So I'm gonna do other videos on pulse diagnosis, but just know that we can identify over 2 dozen type of pulses in the human body, right? For instance, if a person has a wiry pulse, it's like a guitar string. Picture a guitar string going ding, ding, ding. That's called a wiry pulse. If someone pulse is wiry, it could be because of two things: pain or maybe mental issues. Okay, some other stuff too, but those are two main things that it could be. Okay, so if a guy comes to me and say, "Hey, I have," if a guy comes to me and say, "Hey, he has a problem getting an erection or keeping one," I do my exam. If I find that he has liver chi stagnation, i.e., stress with some rib pain, everything like that, so then I say, okay, boom. Then I'm gonna treat him for the liver chi stagnation, aka stress. So some of the points I will use are liver Li4 and liver 3. Li4, we call it the aspirin point. It's located between your thumb and your index finger. If you do this, right in this crease right here, that's Li4. Li4 stands for large intestinal 4. It's a very popular point. We call it the aspirin point because it's good for pain, it's good for headache. It's a command point of the face. So any face issues, Li4 can help solve that. Even there's positive, right? Liver 3 is kind of like the foot version of Li4. It's between your big toe and your second toe, right? That web, that's liver 3. So if we put two Li4s and two liver 3s, that's called the 4 gates. That opens up all the vessels and helps the other points work better and help the chi flow better. Because remember, liver chi stagnation means that the chi stagnated. Okay? Because of the rib pain, also, I may put liver 14, which is located, on the chest, slightly lateral a little bit. Liver 8, which is located actually by the knees. We do Ren 6. Ren 6 is the Ren channel, aka the concession vessel, is a very important point channel when it comes to a lot of mental issues, infertility issues, impetus issues, everything. So Ren 6, if you were to take your two fingers, your index and your middle finger, and picture that as a length, and go by your belly button, right, and put these two fingers underneath your belly button, down the middle, that's where Ren 6 is. Okay? And then spleen 6. Spleen 6 is basically on the medial side or the inside of your leg. 3 soon. When we measure in Chinese medicine, the way we measure measurements is we don't use inches or centimeters. We use suns, C-U-N. So this is 1.5 sun, and this is 3 sun. Okay? So I'm 5'9". So Shaquille O'Neal is 7 feet. So obviously his sun is gonna be bigger than my sun, because he has bigger hands. So as an acupuncturist, I can't always go by my hands when it comes to measurement. I gotta see the person's size and do a best analysis of what type of measurements they have. But anyway, spleen 6 is 3 sun right above the ankle on the medial side of the leg. Medial means inwards. Alright? So again, if a patient comes in complaining of inability to get a reaction or keep an erection or ejaculation, and after my exam the patient has wiry pulse and some rib pain and he has a lot of stress, I'm going to tell him most likely it's liver chi stagnation. I'm going to put the 4 gates, which is the 2 Li4s, liver 3, opens up all the channels. I'm going to do spleen 6, I'm going to do liver 14, I'm going to do liver 8, and Ren 6. And I'm also going to recommend some Chinese herbs and the best one for stress and stuff like that is called Shaya-san. Alright? You're going to find out some of the herbs are going to be done in Mandarin, Mandarin in Chinese. Shaya-san is like Xiao-Yao-san, right? That's a very good formula when it comes to helping with erectile dysfunction, right? Now, let's say another patient comes in complaining of impotence or erectile dysfunction. So then and let's say I do my exam, and then I determine that this patient has damp heat. Now, what is damp heat? Right? It's pretty self-explanatory. Damp heat means that that person has a lot of excess dampness combined with heat. Again, it still may sound confusing, right? So, if a person has a damp heat pattern, complaining of and the complaint of impotence, it could be the inability to sustain or get in reaction. They could have sweaty and itchy. They could be sweaty and itchy in the scrotum area. So the sweaty is that dampness. Okay? They can have genital herpes. That's also dampness because herpes, blisters. Diarrhea. Heavy lymph, they just feel heavy. Again, dampness, heavy. The urine is going to be dark and scanty. Dark, scanty urine. That's a sign of heat. Okay, that dark urine is a sign of internal heat. Okay? Poor sperm count. So, the tongue texture is going to be greasy and yellow coating. Yellow means heat. White means cold. So, if somebody's tongue mostly looks white, then that's a cold pattern. If it's greasy and yellow looking coating, that's a heat pattern. The greasy is the dampness also. You see? Right? And the pulse might be slightly, slippery, because a slippery pulse usually means somebody probably just ate some food, or has a lot of, or is greasy, So the pulse is going to be slippery, because of the dampness. It's going to be rapid because of the heat. I'm going to say it again. Because of the dampness, the pulse is going to be slippery. Because of the heat, it's going to be slightly rapid. Alright? And picture slippery as having some marbles. Picture a bunch of marbles in like a porcelain plate, and you rub it in. That's a slippery feeling when it comes to the pulse, right? Now the points I'm going to use are spleen 9. Spleen 9 is a very good point to drain dampness, to get rid of dampness. Okay, also good for sinuses also, right? We're going to use red 9. Red 9 is also good to get rid of excess water, right? We're going to use stomach 30, also good to get rid of water, and just to have the overall digestion. We're also going to put Ren 3. Remember, the Ren channel, aka the concession vessel, is going to be used a lot in most treatment plans, because that channel is just an awesome channel. Okay, so Ren 3, if you take your 3 fingers, your 4 fingers like this, and put it right beneath your belly button. Let's say your belly button is here, and put it right here. Ren 3 is going to be right there. Also, we're going to put liver 5. Liver 5 is good for heat. We're going to do gallbladder 26. We're going to do gallbladder 41. Okay, gallbladder 41 is actually on the lateral side of the foot. I don't want to show you right now, but you know what I mean. And we're going to bladder 32. Okay, so I will put more points also. I will put like gallbladder 34. Gallbladder 34 is notorious for draining damp heat. I will add that point also. And the formula I will use is Ermia San. That's ERMIAO San. SAN. That's what I will use. That formula is very good in getting rid of damp heat. When prescribing Chinese herbs to patients, we have to get it right, because if a person has an excess heat pattern, and then I prescribe him or her an herb that promotes more heat, then I'm doing more harm than good. So that's why having a correct diagnosis is very important when it comes to acupuncture. You know, in any type of medicine. All right. So there's a lot more patterns I can go over, but when it comes to impotence, just know that there's hope for y'all. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut myself. I'm gonna jump a little bit to another subject. Okay. Now, let me show you something. So, I'm gonna cut myself live, not cut, cup CUP. All right. So, this is a cut. All right. So give me. So I'm gonna cut myself, everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my coat off for a minute. So this is called a cup, okay? A cup. We use cups on people with back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, knee pain, thigh pain, calf pain. And when it comes to Chinese medicine, pain, we call it blood stasis. Okay, so if I just hit my knee right now. Okay, but anytime you have a trauma to your body, if it's a car accident, if it's a punch, if it's a jam your toe or whatever, we call that blood stasis. Adequate blood flow isn't going there. It's kind of causing the pain and discomfort. So my job as an acupuncturist is to get blood flow going again. So if someone has a back pain, for instance, as an example, you know what? If someone has arm pain, right? Someone arm pain, then of course, I'm gonna put needles, but I'm also gonna I might put some cupping. So the idea behind cupping is you want to put it in a painful area, and then you want to form a vacuum inside that cup. By forming a vacuum, the skin is going to come right up, and the blood is going to rush to that area. The pores of the skin also open up a little bit more, so toxins actually get to leak out, which is a good thing, right? When it comes to cupping, I can use a fire and a glass cup, or I can just use a plastic cup with a little handle. Wait, give me a second. Or I can use a plastic cup with a little handle. Okay? So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut myself right now. Not cut, cup, CUP. I'm just a cupping of myself. Alright? And I'm gonna show you how it is, okay? So watch. This is obviously live. I'm gonna use this spot right here. And of course, other cups are always clean. I'm gonna put it right here. You see? See the skin come up? Hold up. Give me a second. You see? Ta-da! You see the cup? Now, you see how the skin comes up like that? You want that. By it doing that, that means that the blood is rushing to that area. Alright? The pores open up. So if my arm was painful, after 15 minutes of cupping, it should feel better. You see the cup, right? That's pretty cool. And like I said, when it comes to cupping, I could put it on your back, your neck, your upper back, your lower back, your thighs, your quadriceps, your calves, your knees. I've even put it on ankles before. Even on feet before. Okay? There's also cupping for your face, which is a different type of cup. There's also a technique called, also cupping. People also, also, sometimes people cup their butts also, believe it or not. You know? So, again, as you can see the cupping right there? So after 15 minutes, there should be a mark there. A bruise. So if my arm was painful, so after 15 minutes of cupping, it should feel. So, and then, but as you can see, It's not painful. It's not. I don't feel crazy. I'm a cup. I'm a cup another part of my body. I'm a cup right here. See? 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 Now I have two cups. One here and one here. You see? Two cups. And it feels good. It doesn't hurt. Now, there's different techniques of cupping. There's sliding cupping. There's cupping, with the fire where you just do. But this type of cupping is more straightforward, especially if I'm seeing many patients at once. It's just easier to use this for the cup. Okay? If I have more time with the patient, then I could do actual glass cupping. Now, athletes these days are doing cupping, y'all. Athletes are doing cupping these days, which is smart because it could enhance their performance. It can. It really, really can. So yes, I just want to show y'all the cupping. Alright? So, and then I just loosen it. Boom. Loosen it. That's it. Boom. And watch. You're going to see like a little, you see the mark right there? You see? You see? This is good. Even though I'm dark skinned, you can see the mark, right? You can see the marks. You see the mark? You see? Right there? That's the cupping. That's from the cupping. You see? That's from the cupping. So, cupping works wonders, y'all. I can't stress that enough. Cupping actually works wonders. Okay? So, let me know if you have any questions about that. So what did we go over so far? I went over two patterns when it comes to impotence. So again, fellas, if you have erectile dysfunction or you're impotent, don't worry, there's hope. Ladies, if you have menstrual issues, don't worry, there's hope also. Okay? Also, can some of y'all guess my age? Believe it or not, I am 50 years old. I'm gonna be 51 next month. Alright? Again, right now I am 50 years old, y'all. 50. I'm gonna be 51 next month. So, and it feels good being 50. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I wanted to give me a second. Alright, so I wanted to let y'all know that I used to be a fighter. I used to be, a cage fighter and a kickboxer and a jiu-jitsu fighter. Right? I don't do that anymore because I'm 50. But now I'm an acupuncturist. So I did a live earlier to show how the best way to lose weight. If you want to lose weight out there, you go leave me a DM, contact me, and I can guide you. I'm also a health coach, so I can guide, I can help you, everyone out there. And because of my experience as a fighter and as an acupuncturist, I came up with the best one of the best weight loss regimens on YouTube. All right, it doesn't require any pills, any drugs, any crazy exercise routine. Okay. If you follow my weight loss plan, you will lose the weight. All right, and it's gonna be available either in a book or in video form. All right, and I really think it's gonna help a lot of people out because you get to you get to see how to lose weight from an acupuncturist point of view. All right, I could show you which points you could do at home. So I'm gonna talk about acupressure for a minute. So I do acupuncture. Acupuncture means I put needles. I use needles on people. But you at home could do acupressure. For instance, I mentioned earlier this point between the thumb and the index finger. This is called LI4. This point right here is called LI4. We call it the aspirin point. It's used for a lot of stuff: pain, facial pain, headaches, digestion. So, but if you were to take your thumb and actually press it, this is called acupressure. Yeah. So sometimes if you have a headache and you just press this, press right here, your headache might get better. Right? It's called acupressure. So in my program, it comes with a little device. I'm gonna show you next time that that you can do it yourself, and then it can help you actually lose the weight. It really can. So, and when I sell this program, I'm gonna have a money back guarantee, most likely. I'm gonna let y'all know about that. But my program, to me, is the best way to lose weight. I mean, there's others. When I say best way, if people, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think it's one of the best ways to lose weight. My program. And also, let me remind you, everything I say here is for education. Sorry. Everything I say in this video is for educational purposes only. Just so y'all know that. Alright? But at the end of the day, everybody, I just wanted y'all to know that there is hope. There is hope for y'all. Okay? There's hope. If you ever want to lose weight, give me 1 second. Give me a second. Give me a second, everybody. Yes. So like I said, for everyone out there who wants to lose weight, you gotta check out my program. I'm gonna have more information about it, right? I'm just finishing up with the last details about it because I want it to be the best program out there on YouTube or just out there in the world. And I'm using my knowledge from being a fighter and my knowledge from being an acupuncturist. Because as fighters, we had to lose weight. As fighters, I used to walk around 176 pounds, and I fought at 145. So each time I fought, I had to lose 30 pounds. And so I kind of mastered weight cutting. Now, as a regular person, I don't recommend losing weight like fighters because that's different. But I used that knowledge and my acupuncture knowledge and came up with the best weight loss regimen that anybody can do. And I throw in some acupuncture points that you can do at home with acupressure. Also threw that in there also. And to me, it just works wonders. It really does. You will see results. You will see results. And the good thing about it is that it's actually affordable. But I'm gonna have more information about that coming soon. But anyway, everybody, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate y'all. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and log off now, and I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Okay. So until next time, appreciate y'all. Thank you.